Good morning, boys and girls. I hope you're all well. I hope you've had a lovely weekend and you are ready for a new week of guided reading. This week we're going to be looking at a new book, but first let's remind ourselves of our reading strategies. You can use any of these strategies to help you with your reading, but the ones I want you to focus on are your eagle eye and stretchy snakes. Let's have a go at a stretchy snake all together. Captain. K-apt-in. You have a go for me? Good job, well done. Let's have a go all together one more time. Captain. K-apt-in. Good job. The book that we're going to be looking at this week is called Cosmo for Captain. So here is our book on Oxford Owl. Let's have a read. Cosmo for Captain. Chapter 1, Boulder Ball. It was a sunny afternoon in Volcano Valley. The dinosaurs had met next to the lake. They were going to play boulder ball. Stegs and Tricky were the team captains. I want to be captain, squeaked Cosmo. He was the smallest dinosaur. Don't be silly, laughed the others. You're not big enough. It shouldn't matter how big I am, said Cosmo. The dinosaurs stood in line. The captains picked teams. Cosmo and Patty were last. Nobody wanted them. Cosmo was too small, and Patty was too slow. The captains chose a boulder. Then the game began. Cosmo and Patty tried to get the boulder. They tried very hard. Patty ran after it, but she was too slow. Someone else always got there first. Cosmo could get to the boulder, but he was too small. He couldn't move it. No matter how hard he tried, the other dinosaurs laughed at him. It's not fair, said Cosmo. If I were captain, I'd choose a small boulder, one that everyone could play with. Just then, a dreadful roar echoed across the valley. Oh no, wailed Stegs, it's Tyro. Tyro was a terrible tyrannosaur. She was always gobbling up other dinosaurs. Quick! Shrieked Tricky. We'd better hide or she'll eat us. The dinosaurs ran off. Patty and Cosmo were left by the lake. Patty was very scared. She was too big to hide and too slow to run. Her large eyes filled with tears. Don't wait for me, Cosmo, she said sadly. You'd better go and hide. Cosmo was scared too, but he stuck by his friend and thought fast. Don't worry, he said. We'll be all right. Chapter 2, Shake, Rattle and Roar. The ground shook and the lake shivered as Tyro stomped into the valley. Her mouth and claws were dripping with blood. She had already eaten 2 Megalosaurus that morning, but they were just a snack. Now she was ready for a proper meal. Dinner time, she roared. Tyro arrived at the lake, but there was no one there. Even Patty had disappeared. Tyro was not stupid. She knew the dinosaurs were hiding, and she knew how to find them. What shall I have to eat, she said, as if thinking out loud. A juicy iguanodon or a fat triceratops? No, what I really fancy is a crunchy stegosaurus. The dinosaurs were hiding behind a pile of rocks. Stegs heard Tyro say that she was going to eat him. He was very, very scared. He trembled so much that his plates on his back were rattling. Shh, whispered the other dinosaurs. Tyro will hear you. But it was too late. Tyro was already coming towards them. Tyro had almost reached the pile of rocks when she heard a squeaky voice. Hey, swamp breath, if you want to pick on someone your own size, why not pick on me? Tyro looked around and saw Cosmo. He was dancing up and down next to the lake. Don't be silly, snorted Tyro. I wouldn't waste my time chasing you. You're only a little mouthful. And she turned back towards the rock. Chapter 3, Scariosaurus Rex. Tyro had almost found the other dinosaurs when Cosmo called out again. "You tyrannosaurs are all the same," he said. "If someone stands up to you, you run off with your tail in between your legs." Tyro stopped in her tracks. "What did you say?" she snarled. "You heard me," yelled Cosmo. "You're a scardysaurus." "That's enough," shouted Tyro. "I'll show you who's a scardysaurus." The Tyrannosaurus swung around and stormed towards the lake. Cosmo did not look frightened, but he was just pretending. He was really very scared. Tyro's huge jaws swooped down. It looked as if he was going to be snapped up. He was going to be chewed into 1,000 soggy pieces. But Cosmo didn't run away. "You heard me." At the last moment, Cosmo jumped backwards into the lake. He landed on a small island close to the shore. "Come on, clumsy claws," he yelled. "Come and get me if you dare." Tyro hesitated. She didn't like the water, but the island was very close to the shore. "Hey, Fossil Face, what's the matter?" shouted Cosmo. He waved his tiny fist. "Are you a scardysaurus after all?" That settled it. Tyro wasn't going to be called any more names. She charged into the water and waded towards the island. The other dinosaurs peered out from their hiding place. They were amazed by what was happening. "What does Cosmo think he's doing?" asked Tricky. "Has he gone mad?" "And where is Patty?" asked Stegs. Tyro thrashed through the water towards Cosmo. The little dinosaur was still laughing. The more Cosmo laughed, the madder Tyro got. She was so mad she didn't notice that Cosmo Island was moving. It was leading her further and further into the lake. Chapter 4, Patty Pops Up. All of a sudden, Tyro was up to her neck in water. "Help! Help! I can't swim!" she shrieked. "Oh dear," said Cosmo. He wasn't scared anymore. "I don't suppose you want my help. I'm only a little mouthful." "Please!" howled Tyro. "I'll do anything you want." "Anything?" asked Cosmo. "Anything," spluttered Tyro. "Do you promise to leave our valley and never come back?" "Yes, yes, I promise," gurgled Tyro. She was desperate. "Just get me out the water." "All right then," said Cosmo. He stamped his foot on the island. Patty's head popped out of the water next to him. Then everyone realized what had happened. Cosmo wasn't standing on a real island. He was standing on Patty's back. That was how she had disappeared. That's why the island had been moving. Patty dragged Tyro back to the shore. The other dinosaurs had come out from their hiding place. They were clapping and cheering. Tyro felt terrible, and she hated being laughed at. She struggled to her feet, then she trudged out of the valley without saying a word. The dinosaurs thanked Cosmo and Patty for saving them. "I thought I was going to be eaten," said Stegs. "I would never have dared to lead Tyro into that lake," said Tricky. "It was all Cosmo's idea," said Patty. "He's the one you should thank." "Nonsense," said Cosmo. "I could never have done it without Patty. It was just good teamwork." "Now what happened to our game of boulder ball?" asked Cosmo. "I think we should start again," said Stegs. "With new captain," said Tricky. "Someone who will look after their whole team," agreed Stegs. "Cosmo and Patty!" shouted all the others. Now that I've finished reading, go all the way back to the beginning for me and have a go at reading it yourself. If you're struggling, you can rewind the video and listen to me read it again, or on Oxford Owl, they have the play button where they will read it for you. On this week's guided reading, we are going to be doing another word search. To access the word search, you need to click the link that I will post in your portfolio. When you click the link, it will bring you to this page. You need to enter your name and press start. Once that has loaded, you'll need to press start again and find all the words down the side in your word search. Don't forget to send me a picture of your fantastic work.